If you have an Aussie Doodle, you know how clingy they could be. Don't get me wrong, I love that Jaxon is a Velcro dog. Jaxon, stop. My God, I'm trying. Jaxon, wait. Don't get me wrong, I love that Jaxon is a Velcro dog, but sometimes it can get too much to the point where it's unhealthy. Although Jaxon, what the heck? Jaxon, do you want your lamb? Get him! Although Jaxon does get anxious from time to time, here are 5 ways that have helped curb his separation anxiety over time. But first, you have to start with finding your pre-departure cues, or the little things that indicate to your dog that you're leaving. If your dog starts panicking within 10 seconds of you leaving the house, that is where your training needs to begin. These cues could be putting on your shoes, picking up your keys, putting on your coat, locking the door, or even just walking toward the door. Figure out what these cues are and start desensitizing them for your dog. For example, if your dog starts to get anxious when you pick up the keys, start training sessions with picking up the keys and giving him or her a treat. Over time, the goal for your dog is to have a positive association with you picking up the keys and ultimately not feel any anxiety towards it. The key here, like almost everything in dog training, is consistency. That being said, let's get into the 5 ways that helped me curb Jaxon's separation anxiety when I'm not home that you could also try. Number 1, leave high value treats at the door when you leave. Again, the goal is to create a positive association with you leaving. By doing this indicates to Jaxon and your dog that he or she will get a yummy, delicious treat when you leave. And so there shouldn't be anything to be anxious about, and if anything, he or she will be rewarded for it. If you have a Kong toy, you could also fill that up with peanut butter, cream cheese, spray cheese even, or even a frozen banana, and give that when you leave the apartment or home. Keep in mind though that this only works for mild cases of separation anxiety, because those with severe separation anxiety tend to not have an appetite when they're anxious. Number 2, organize fun stays. Start with short distances, such as just a step away, then gradually build on distance until you reach a point where your dog can be left in a room while you're in another. Make sure to go very gradually and slowly in the process, and praise a lot for each step. You want your dog to see this as a game. The goal is to teach your pup that it's okay to be briefly left alone. Number 3, set up a treasure hunt. Make your dog hunt his meals by hiding small piles of his kibble or high-value treats around your house or yard when you leave. They will hopefully become so distracted and driven to find the treats, they won't know you are gone. And before they realize, you'll be back home. Quick little side tangent, Jaxon's favorite treats at the moment are Trader Joe's salmon and sweet potato recipe dog treats. You can get these, I believe they're around $3.99, again at your local Trader Joe's, so this is a go-to for him. And then we also use Dreambone's twist sticks. They are a healthy alternative to rawhide. You can get these at Target. They're a little bit more expensive, but there's a lot of sticks in here, and we basically use this for training. And then also when I leave treats at the door, I give them this. Sometimes I even break it up. I can break this up sometimes, but yeah, this is what Jaxon uses. Definitely recommend. You can get this at your local Target. Number 4, use a puzzle or a snuffle/sniff mat. If you don't have a sniff mat, you could always use a large blanket and just hide the treats randomly in them. And number 5, exercise your dog before you leave. Providing lots of physical and mental stimulation is a vital part of treating many behavioral problems, especially those involving separation anxiety. If you have time, take your dog out on a long walk, play fetch, or even tug of war. Take different routes and visit new places as often as possible so that he or she can experience novel smells and sights. And here are a couple additional points to remember when treating your dog's separation anxiety. When you do leave your home, make it very subtle, and when you do arrive, don't greet your pup right away. If you do, it can subconsciously let your dog know that it's not okay to be alone and not okay to be away from you. This will lower the contrast between times when you're there and times when you're gone. Number 2, this goes without being said, but I'm still gonna say it, do not scold or punish your dog. Anxious behaviors are not the result of disobedience or spite. They are distressed responses. Your dog displays anxious behaviors when left alone because he's upset and trying to cope with a great deal of stress. If you punish him, he may become even more upset and the problem can get much worse. And lastly, consistency is king. Try these for at least a month, see how your pup reacts, and then assess and adapt. If you have any other tricks or tips that have helped you and your pup, please leave them in the comments down below. I'm sure it could help a ton of new dog owners. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, as me and Jaxon are trying to hit 5K subscribers by the end of the summer. We really appreciate you so much. And as always, tell your dogs you love them. Jaxon, where is he? Look at him. He's passed out. Jaxon, I love you. Thank you for watching and have an amazing day.